chatbots for mental health purposes being an unreliable and unsafe approach.
That was Dr. Daria Georgievich, a psychiatrist at Columbia University. Jesus Alvarado produced this episode. I'm Megan McCarty-Carino, and that's Marketplace Tech. This is APM.
Sixty minutes past 8 o'clock. It is Monday morning, the 8th day of December, 2025. Good morning, everyone. I'm Scott Micklin. Thank you for tuning in to KSJE 90.9 FM over the airwaves here in San Juan County, New Mexico. In Durango, Colorado, we broadcast at 103.3 FM. And if you're listening to my voice anywhere else on the planet, you've gone to our website to tune in, ksje.com. Welcome also to our viewers who are watching the program today, the video streaming out live to the KSJE Facebook page and also to our YouTube channel. I'm so glad that you're with us this morning because coming up, we are talking about continuing education with our folks from the San Juan College Community Learning Center and Continuing Education Department. Lots of opportunities for continuous learning, both fun classes and learning classes and educational classes and much, much more. We'll talk all about it here in the next few moments on KSJE. Then later on this hour, we remind you that we'll be talking technology with our Monday Reboot segment. That's coming up today, 8:50 a.m. on KSJE. After the news at 9:06, we switch gears a little bit. Classical music with Mick Hess, Roving with the Arts, coming your way today at 9:06. You can also connect with us on other forms of social media like Instagram and Blue Sky and X, in addition to Facebook and YouTube. And if you're a podcast listener, you can find KSJE podcasts. They're available wherever you listen to podcasts, so subscribe for free and maybe discover a new local program that you may have missed recently. Also, another way to stay in touch is with the new KSJE Radio app. It's available now on the App Store and Google Play. Download it, connect with us on the go with the live stream, podcasts, and much, much more. Outside our studios at San Juan College this morning, it's a sunny Monday morning, 27 degrees at the moment. We're expecting lots of sunshine this week, as a matter of fact. Today's high 44 in Farmington, clear and 26 overnight. Another sunny day tomorrow with a high of 44 on Tuesday, 47 by Wednesday, 49 by Thursday and Friday with overnight lows just about 30 degrees. Back with my guests right after this on KSJE. KSJE is supported by San Juan Regional Medical Center, whose vision is to deliver world-class care, making life better for the communities they are privileged to serve. Offering a comprehensive range of inpatient, outpatient, and emergency care services so residents can live life better here. San Juan Regional Medical Center, community-owned and operated, here for you.
Now back to Studio A and the award-winning Scott Micklin Morning Program on KSJE.
Back in the studio now with my guest, as I mentioned, from San Juan College, from the Community Learning Center and Continuing Education Department. Jacinta Esquivel is here. She is the Director of Continuing Education here at San Juan College. Good to have you here on KSJE. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Thank you for being here. Also joining us, your Associate Director is here as well, Laura Beer. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Scott. Thank you.
Thank you both for coming in this morning to talk about all the work that you and your staff does to help educate the rest of the community with lots of different classes and opportunities. And there's a wide variety of things that you all do, and that's why you're here to talk a little bit about it. And this is a great time to do that because we're getting ready for the holidays, and folks may be thinking about the new year and maybe a new New Year's resolution or things like that. And so talk to me a little bit about the scope of continuing education. It's pretty big, right?
It is. We have Center for Workforce Development, which
Right.
is our CWD classes for business people.
Right.
We have Encore designed for people that are 65 and older. Anybody younger than that can also
Right.
take the classes, but it's typically 65 and older. Then we have our CLC classes, and we have Kids College coming up this summer, which we're gearing up for and excited. So
All those things, right?
All
And
the
so,
things.
I mean, it's literally hundreds of classes, if not thousands. I haven't counted
hundreds.
recently, but it's a lot,
Our
right?
Kids College alone is, I think this year's like right around 140 classes.
Wow.
And that's just in 2 months.
Yeah,
So.
right, over the summer. So I know, and a lot of folks look forward to that each and every year to sign up their kids to get them busy over the summer months, and so that's an important thing. But the other things you mentioned too are also important. One of them, the workforce development classes, and those you offer to businesses, and I think you can kind of fine tune some of those too. If a business has a certain need, is that also still part of what you're able to do?
Yes, that's correct. They're for everybody, really, but they're also designed for businesses so that if you need upskilling, reskilling, things like that, something, just specific to your business, we can tailor it to the business. And we offer them we offer them online.
Right.
We offer them face-to-face. We offer them hybrid. And we can also go to the business, or the business can come to us. It just depends. So we've really opened it up this year. Laura, thanks to Laura, she's done a lot of work to help revamp this program, and so we're moving forward with a lot of new things.
Yeah, very good. Laura, that sounds like a nice introduction for you to join the conversation as well. A little bit about these differences and being able to offer these classes to businesses no matter where they need them to be, I guess, right? And in what format?
Absolutely. So we have contract training courses that we work directly with businesses to establish what your needs are, what kind of training you'd like, what your goals, what your vision is, and how we can best perhaps fill some skill gaps there. Very often, a lot of the research shows recently that soft skills are being asked for and are kind of in demand more as we become more technological as a society. We lose some of those soft skills, and those are really important. For the businesses to, facilitate everything from customer service to interactions between employees to supervisory relationships. So we have quite an array of courses that we really dig down and become specific for each business for what they need. And then we also have our general classes that are open for anyone can sign up for these, and we also offer them. Businesses can send employees to them.
Right.
And we also have an array of academies and certificates that we offer. And
Nice.
I think the contract training is something that we're really focusing on at this point, because I think there's a real need for this kind of filling in of knowledge, filling in of skills that we're really uniquely poised to help with.
Sure. And I imagine there's a lot of folks who may be listening to us this morning or watching us this morning who are maybe just hearing about this for the first time or being reminded about the service that the college offers to these businesses and saying, oh my gosh, I've got a team of folks that maybe could benefit from a certain type of training or what have you. And it sounds like you can scale up or scale down no matter how big the group is that's looking for this.
Yeah. Absolutely. And like Jacinta said, we can go to the business.
Right.
We have instructors that are really able to go to businesses and be in that environment with people working, because sometimes that's the best way to learn about conflict management, about supervisory relationships, is when you're actually in the site.
Yeah.
But also sometimes it's great for people to get off site for a day, and so they can come to campus if they like. And we also offer our courses virtually. So just last week we had a cybersecurity class and a computer basics class that we offered virtually to people up at the Hickory Apache Nation office there.
Nice.
And so we have a variety of formats. We have a variety of ways of really tailoring to not just the needs, but also to the learning styles that people have.
Yeah, very good. And you mentioned getting off site for a day, but it doesn't have to be a day. I mean, is that another way you can tailor it? If I can only lose my employees for training for maybe 3 hours a day, can we split it up and do it maybe over multiple days or things like that?
Absolutely. Yeah, we have a lot of flexibility in how we can offer and deliver the programs.
Right. And it's all dependent on the training and how intensive it is and what have you. So that's important too.
One of the things that we do to help customize is we do reach out to the business so that we can deliver exactly what they're asking for.
Right.
So we have a lot of people in Ignacio that they do 3-hour classes in the morning, and then they'll do the same session in the afternoon, which opens up the flexibility of people to be able to attend those courses if they can't make
Sure.
one or the other. And then also we do an 8-hour course if it's a little bit more intensive. But most of our classes are usually about the 8 hours if it's just a regular catalog class.
Right.
And we've, looked at different things so that we can offer some of them, like Laura was saying, wants a day or two of training, or maybe they need to move it around a little bit. And so we've worked with Hickory, which is our newest company that we've been able to be super flexible with, and
Sure.
just kind of ask them, okay, what is exactly that you're wanting? Because we want to be able to give quality information out, not
Right.
just your look at a textbook and here you go.
Sure.
We want to be able to teach our students the things that they need to learn,
Right.
whatever it is that they're acquiring.
Sure. And Laura mentioned that was an online type of a situation too, because I know when I hear Hickory, I think Dulce, and if you're traveling in from Dulce, some of these wintry mornings, that may not be the best thing. So if you can do it remotely, that's perfect.
Well, and we also had an instructor travel up there most recently to teach
Nice.
at Hickory. So
To go to their site. Yeah, that makes sense. So very good. Well, that's one of the areas that I know your department works with. And so and some of the others that you mentioned, Encore was another one, right? That's another big one that you
that
deal
one's
with,
huge,
right?
very community based. Our Encore students are wonderful. All our students are wonderful.
Right.
But our Encore students we see the most of in office, which is great. We just had one of our students celebrate their 100th birthday. So
Wonderful.
And she's in our senior fitness class. So, it's just amazing to see the students get out there and do the things. And
Sure.
Johnny's worked really hard. We have, I believe, 10 to 12 new classes this coming spring that are brand new to the catalog. So everything's filling up quickly, and we just published both catalogs spring for CWD and for our Encore and CLC, and then we have Kids College coming up that's getting ready
Yeah.
to go out as well.
Okay. What are some of the new classes that you've been working on for Encore?
Well, we have a new senior fitness instructor
Okay.
for one. But we are offering some new kitchen classes. I don't want to spoil them.
Okay.
You have
All
to
right.
look in the catalog, but we
Okay.
have some new classes for our kitchen. We have nutrition classes coming up. We have a new potential yoga instructor that we're working on. So not just new classes, but we also have new instructors coming in, which is another thing that we've been doing with workforce development, is trying to bring in some additional instructors. It's hard to find the face-to-face, which is really unbelievable. You would think that there would be a lot of face-to-face instructors, but not so much. It's kind of hard.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and so we just had our Encore birthday party on November 12th, 14th.
14th.
I always want to say the 12th.
Right.
The 14th, which was a hit. It was our biggest enrollment since COVID.
Nice.
Tons of people showed up. It was loud and lively. It was great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good. And you mentioned that Encore classes are specifically designed for older adults, but they're open to anyone to sign up if they want to
Correct.
learn about something that you're offering and things like that. I know there's a pretty awesome price break for older adults too, correct? That's still a thing?
Yes. If you're 65 and older, it's $6.50 a class.
Hold on just a minute. Repeat that for me one more time to let it sink in to the audience. How much for 65 and older?
$6.50.
A credit hour. Yeah.
A class.
A class.
Per class.
Okay.
Now, our CLC is a little bit different.
Community learning classes.
Correct.
Okay.
And those ones vary in price. So
Sure.
depending on the type of class and
Right.
whatnot, it could be a little bit more expensive. Ranges anywhere from $50 to like $100. Just depends on the class that you're taking. So
Right. But if I'm looking in the catalog at Encore classes, that's the price.
$6.50. Now, if you're out of state or a little younger than 65, the price varies a little bit.
Right.
But we do have, what are they called? My brain just died.
Uh-oh. It's early.
We have funding to
Like
pay
scholarships or things like that?
scholarships, yes, Encore
Gotcha.
scholarships, sorry.
There you go.
To pay for
Okay.
the classes for out-of-state tuition and
Nice.
stuff, which is nice.
Yeah.
So people can come in and take the courses and not have to worry. And
Sure.
we do have several people that drive from Durango just to take our classes, so it's
Well,
a great
such good
program.
deal. It's a good deal, right?
Yeah,
So it's worth the gas money just to come down here for that type of price, right?
absolutely.
I would think so. So that's wonderful. And Laura, do you have a favorite Encore offering for the classes in the catalog?
I don't really have too much to do with Encore at this point.
Because you're relatively new.
Yeah,
To San Juan College.
I started in June,
Yes.
and one of the things I'm really
But
excited.
you're a fellow Bills fan, so we're
yeah,
glad to
Buffalo
have you
Bills.
here.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go
I have to
Bills.
say it on the radio. Yes, ma'am.
It
So
was a good day
welcome,
yesterday.
Yes.
But one of the things I'm proud of that we're able to offer is we have an upcoming series on artificial intelligence.
Oh, yeah.
And so we've got a series of 5 classes implementing artificial AI in
Sure.
your workplace, ethics of AI, AI in problem solving, in project management, critical thinking, and writing prompts. And so a couple of these classes are taught by our very own Jennifer Goodland in the library, and one class is taught by Jonathan Fisher, who's become quite the expert on
AI in higher education. Yeah, he's been on this program talking about his work. Yes.
So we're really excited about this. So we have these 5 classes that we're offering throughout the spring, and we're also offering a 10% discount certificate of completion for anyone who takes all 5 of the classes. So
Nice.
we're really looking forward to what's not just coming. AI is here. And it's moving so quickly that we want to make sure that we're on top of what businesses need to know, what people need to know about security, about the rapidly changing aspects of AI. So that's one thing that I think
Nice.
we're really on top of at this point too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's going to be in the spring, you said? These
It
classes
is.
will
Yep,
be offered?
starting in February.
Okay.
Yeah.
And these are not necessarily Encore classes. These are other types of classes,
These
correct?
are the Center for Workforce Development
the workforce
classes.
development classes that are open to anybody, though.
They're open to anybody.
Right.
Yes.
So that's important. And I know that's a great thing because we hear a lot about AI and we hear a lot about how it's impacting businesses or will or could impact businesses. And I think for employers who are wondering, this is a great way maybe to get their foot on the ground or foot in the door to learn more about what this potentially means for their business and their employees too. And I think for some of our students, we keep hearing too that maybe they need to learn some AI skills to be able to use it beneficially in the workforce when they
Absolutely.
graduate
Yeah.
from San Juan College. So that's a great thing to be offering. So thanks for mentioning that this morning as well. So very good. With the Encore classes, that's another section that we talked about, but then there's much more. Continuing education is the other big component, correct?
Yes, those are all the classes that are. Encore is fun. It has a little bit more of an educational base behind it.
Right.
Our continued learning classes are the ones where you just take them as a hobby and can do all the things. We have pottery classes. John, I'm sorry, not John.
Stained glass.
Stained glass.
The stained glass
Stained
instructor.
glass is on the Encore side.
Yes.
But it's it's a fun-based class as well.
He
So
gets
we
a lot of non-Encore students, I guess, right, in those classes?
No, it's all Encore.
I gotcha.
Stained glass is all Encore.
Okay.
But on our CLC side, you can take the pottery class, the hand
Mm-hmm.
or the wheel. I can't think of the name of the class. I'm so sorry. But it's they learn how to make pottery.
Sure.
And it's something that's good for the seniors because it keeps the dexterity in their hands, and they come to class and they get to meet people and
Right.
network with others, and just keeps them busy, gives them something to do. So we're really proud that we can offer that to the community.
Yeah, no kidding. Very true. And I know, if I'm remembering correctly, and I think I am, some of the stained glass students had some of their pieces on display at the art gallery recently, if not
They
already
did.
on the walls. So congrats to them. There's some beautiful pieces I know that they come up with. So it's always great to see that on display. And that's been a really popular class. I know that from interviewing the instructor about that. So
Yeah,
you seem
it
to
was.
have hit a nerve there with that class for sure, and others too, I'm sure, right?
Well, and we're bringing in new classes too. He's trying to bring in, working on. It started this fall. It's still kind of in the works, and still, we're getting it out there. But yeah, he started with just a few students, and now his classes, he has over 60 students.
Wonderful.
And his classes fill up so fast. He's an amazing instructor and just really supportive of the program and the students.
That's great.
So, yeah.
Well, it shows with the enrollment and the popularity of the class. So
Right.
there is that as well. Are there still some travel opportunities with the programs that you offer and some of the classes that gets students out into the countryside, as it were, to see some of the great places we have here in the region?
Yes, those are more towards the summertime.
Right,
just
of course.
because it's so cold out, But yeah, we lost one of our instructors that does those types of courses. We're always in search of instructors for various classes, current ones or new ones.
Right.
But yeah, we hope to get some more of those out this summer. And just get people out there, go out camping, spend some time together, learn some things, and just have a great experience.
Right, exactly. There's always that educational component, though, to these trips, right? No matter where you go,
Always.
to
And
learn a
that's-
bit more about these destinations.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I love about our program is, from kids college all the way up to our 100-year-old employees, our
Students, yeah.
sorry,
I'm getting there, but I'm not there yet. But one of these days,
they're having fun, but there's also an educational piece to it. And so they don't realize it. We start with our
Right.
kids coming to kids college, get that college going mindset.
Mm-hmm.
They're having a good time. They're building all these things. They're making robots, but they're learning at the same time.
True.
And same thing for the seniors. They know they're learning, obviously.
Right.
But it's also fun. It's not just your, sit and look at a textbook and have somebody lecture to you. It's just all about having fun. So
True.
it keeps them coming back.
yeah, very true. Laura, go ahead.
I'd like to say something about the work for Encore and continuing education. If anyone out there is thinking about taking a class or wondering what it's like to get out there, be with other people, there's been studies recently done that show that seniors who are isolated, who don't have much contact with someone, it has a really serious effect on physical health. And one study showed that it's the equivalent of smoking 2 packs of cigarette a day when someone's in a state of isolation. So these programs, they just do so much for the community, but they also do so much for our own health, our own mental health, and physical well-being. They're all so connected to being social, to being with other people. So I really give kudos to the whole Continuing Ed and Encore team for the work they're doing. It's really very important.
You bet. Very true. And I would think that the enrollments show just how popular these courses and these offerings are for all these different segments of the community. It's really all ages when you talk about kids college and the continuing education and workforce development and Encore. You are touching folks from very early age to 100 years old, as you said. And so it's a great offering from San Juan College to be able to do this for the community. And I think the enrollments and the numbers show just how popular these classes are and the service that the college provides at an affordable price. That's the other part. They're priced affordably so everybody can take advantage of them.
Yes, and not only that, the ability to be able to offer scholarships
Right.
to help students get into these programs, because we have a variety of scholarships, kids college, our Encore scholarships, and now we have funding through our GROW program so that people can take some of our academies. We have CompTIA right now going on with one of our instructors that he actually works here at the college in cybersecurity, Randall Keyswood.
Yes.
He teaches for us 3 nights a week, and so we have a lot of students in those classes that get their tuition paid for by the GROW program. Tanda recently joined our team, and so she's doing a wonderful job getting those scholarships out, her and her team. And so it's just great. Our whole department works together to be able to service the students that we, see out in the community, that we run into at the grocery store or wherever, and just help them get into the college classes so that they can partake and learn some things or just have fun or, teach our students, our little young students, all about the college so that when they do get here, they're not so scared thinking, oh my gosh, it's such a big campus, so
It's-
it's just they're very familiar,
Sure.
and they love going.
Yeah.
They love these classes. So
Right, which is true, and that's wonderful. And again, these are open to everyone, and I think for folks who may be thinking about a new career, or maybe they were in a certain career for a long time, and there's been maybe a change, and there's maybe some money available for retraining and re-education with some other skills and things like that. Those are all the things that you can help identify and sign them up for, I would think,
correct.
with the folks that are in your office, the talented folks. So that's
Yeah.
great.
Our office stays busy, and we couldn't do it without everybody
Yeah.
putting in their hard work. So it's just a great,
Very
great
true.
thing.
Now, you've mentioned a couple of times this morning about instructors for these classes. And so if someone is listening to us this morning or watching us this morning and saying, well, I am a hobbyist at doing X, maybe I could teach a class in X. What can they do? Can they reach out to your office and maybe get signed up and offer
Yeah.
that?
Yes, they can call our front desk and either talk to Johnny. She does the Encore and CLC side as well as Kids College,
Mm-hmm.
or Robin. And then on our CWD side, we have Tawny, who is our operations coordinator,
Right.
and Laura. So
Gotcha. But you're
Yeah.
looking for instructors in all those areas,
in
or
all
could be,
areas.
for
And,
whatever they'd like to teach. So
Yep.
that's great. Very good. Laura, what are some of the classes that you'd like to offer for for workforce development? Are there any kind of gaps that you'd like to fill maybe in the next few months or what have you?
Oh, that's a great question. That's always the question of looking into the crystal ball of what's coming.
Right. I mean,
But we
AI
are-
is definitely a good one.
AI is good. We're actively pursuing broadband
Right.
training, and so with Clear Networks, possibly. Oh.
The
And-
new fiber internet company
Yes.
coming into town, sure, right?
Yeah, so, and we have different trades and building companies we're working with. There's so much potential, and people talk about that, the Farmington area. There's so much potential for growth and different industry growth. And so we're always listening, talking to people to figure out what area we could move into to help build that skill gap. So again, if people have thoughts or want to chat about what you're doing or what you see coming, I'm more than happy to talk to people about that.
Yeah, very true. And that work that you do and the whole department does with some of these types of workforce development trainings and things like that, that can be a real economic driver, right? When you're talking about getting a workforce that's now trained and ready to go for maybe a new business that's coming into town, or trying to attract a certain type of business, the college plays a really important economic development role, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Take our SHRM class, the HR certification class. That's a pretty high level intensive class. And the more kind of base of people that have this training, the more ready Farmington area is going to be to welcome these new companies or to help build new companies. So that's the kind of training. We also have business essentials, which I think is crucial because it gives people the Microsoft Office skills, administrative skills, learning how to budget, all these basic business techniques and knowledge that someone can then take and build a business from. So one of the areas we're actually talking about developing is social media presence. I think that's a real area that would help a lot of small businesses, single owner businesses, to establish their presence and be able to reach more people and develop their own customer base. So that's another area that we're looking at developing for sure.
Very good. Well, and there's so many choices out there and so many different types of social media, and maybe identifying which form of social media fits your customer to try to figure out who you're targeting, who you're wanting to get your message out to is really an important part of that too. So I can see why that would be an important thing to offer.
Absolutely.
So very,
And
very
another
good.
thing
Yeah.
that can these programs can lead into are these classes. We recently brought on CAPM, project management, and so it's been pretty successful. We've had 2 cohorts. Currently have one. We'll have another one coming up in the next year. But then we're bringing in PMP, which is the next level of certification. And so, we reach out. We want to see what types of programs these businesses are looking for, that what do they need their employees to have, or people that are as you all know, we've lost a lot of jobs around the area with closures, mine closures, things like that.
Sure.
And so having these opportunities for the people that are losing their jobs to be able to come back to us, and we can give them the skills that they need to find something else so that they can have a sustainable income.
Right.
And it's just, I don't know, it's just a constant look of what do our businesses need, what do their employees need. And like Laura was saying, soft skills it's a huge demand.
I would
Huge
think
demand,
so.
not
Yeah.
only for those coming into the workforce, but those that are already existing in the workforce. A lot of times, you start out young, you're 18 years old at a company, you didn't get training, or you just, fell into this job, you never really intended to be there for 20 years, 15 years, but these tenured employees, they,
Sure.
businesses are asking, hey, can you please train our employees to learn AI or to come up with different things, because times change and it changes fast. So
Very true.
Yeah.
But you've got all the folks in place to offer these things to companies big and small, it sounds like to me.
And again,
Yeah.
the funding is there as well. New Mexico
To pay.
State, the funding is there to pay for the tuition and books and supplies. For example, our medical assistant program, we're
Right.
starting that up end of January again. The funding pays for the whole intensive 10-month program. So you come in, you have to work hard. It's a
Sure.
very, you have to be very dedicated for it, but then you come out with the skills to get probably a much better job, a higher level job, and it positions you to really build your own career ladder at that point.
Yeah, it seems like and there's so many openings. I mean, I know you can't maybe guarantee a job, but it's pretty promised, I think. If you do well in the classes, you probably can write your own ticket to where you want to work and the type of offer you want to accept, I would think.
Yeah, the job placement rate is pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's wonderful. Very good. Well, it's a big department. It does a lot of things here at San Juan College and for the community, but we are just about out of time. So if folks want more information about the Community Learning Center and some of all the things that we've been talking about this morning, from encore classes to workforce development to continuing education classes, they can call, they can go online. I know I found the website pretty easy this morning to go through and see all the courses, and you can filter them out by in-person, online, what have you. There's lots of options to be able to do that, or they can call the phone number. I guess
we have a catalog.
You got the
we have
catalog?
catalogs around town.
There you go. Are they
This
going
is-
out? There it
yeah,
is. Look at
they're
that.
Going
See?
out. Yeah.
There's our Randall.
See, there he is.
He's our famous SJC
Perfect.
right now.
Perfect. There you are.
Yeah.
But those are going out in the mail, or
They'll
Yes.
go out in the mail. They're out around town. They're
Okay.
around campus. They're everywhere.
there you go. So folks can find that. And I guess if we just want to stop by and see you and say hello, you're at our 30th Street location, correct?
Correct.
That's where we can go to visit, right?
Yep.
The old Conoco building.
That's it. That's right. Exactly. Perfect. Very good. Well, thank you both for coming in this morning. It's always great to visit with you and learn all about the opportunities for the department for everybody. Again, all ages, it seems.
Yes.
This was great. Thank you,
yeah.
Scott.
Thank you.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
You bet. Thank you both very much. My guest this morning from San Juan College Continuing Education Department here on KSJE.
KSJE is now visual radio. I'm Scott Micklin. Now you can hear and see my guests weekday mornings at 8. The choice is yours. Listen at 90.9 FM or streaming at ksje.com, or watch the program on Facebook or YouTube. Visual radio only on KSJE Farmington.
This